Greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K, and welcome for the next edition of my first through of Chibi Robo Lash. Last time, we took on a level in the South Pole that actually wasn't completely covered in ice. This time is back to the norm. In Glacial Gyro... It was just on screen, you fool. How could you already forget the name, especially when it had alliteration? Well, whatever the case may be, I'm really looking forward to getting right into this. Not dying a horrible death and demise. You know, I came way too close in the last level. I think I will buy a spare battery. I might just stick away from the jetpacks for now. See if I can possibly improve everything. Well, that's cool. Actually, it's... Nah, I just was trying to duck and Chibi Robo wasn't actually doing anything. Not sure why, but I thought like it would be a much more grand of a slide animation, or that if they were going to bother programming Chibi Robo not to be able to have it be in his ducking animation while on screen. You know what? If they want to freaking kill themselves, I'm done. They've mentally exhausted me. I can no longer handle it anymore. I've tried to talk them out of it, and it's just not working out. They have to get help. I've tried to tell them. And I will stop burying myself into the angry, inevitable comments that will come out of that, assuming anyone's actually paying enough attention to me to notice it in the first place. I mean, I'm trying to tangent into something, but everything that there's things that come to my mind I want to talk about, but I should probably just leave to more fitting people to describe. Alright. So how has the days been for you fine people? Not to put current events on it, but things are kind of picking up for me in a whole career sense. I don't like going into the details of my personal life too much. There's probably another reason why I struggle to come up with commentary, especially on games that I've never played before. But I can say at least, I've been looking for improvements to my employment for a while. And starting tomorrow, I'll actually be going through with that. Oh, you know, we haven't ran into the toy of this world yet. I wonder what it'll possibly be. Brace yourselves, people. Next up on the runway fashion fan is Peggy Collections. There's no doubt about it, darlings. When you want the epitome of style, you want winter fashion. And since this dreamy place is cold all year long, you never have to take it off. Eh? Paparazzi all the way out here? No way! How on earth did they find me? Wait, there's no snooping Shutterbug, it's Chibi Robo. You know all about the legendary fashion icon Peggy, right? I do now, and that's what's important. Why, of course you do, darling. I mean, sure, we never met before, but still. Anyone has heard of me. I'm Peggy, the Penguin Queen of Style. Oh, you're a girl. I'm particularly popular in a marvelous place called Harukudo in Japan. Can people more familiar with Japanese culture than I am confirm this? Because I get the feeling he's making this stuff up his little penguin hat there. Aren't you just a tickle pink that someone as famous as I has heard of you too? It's because I've seen you on TV. I was terribly impressed with your look. Why, it was what you're modeling now. So minimalistic. So culturally sick. Why, you're as a blank canvas, darling. It's not a look that I want to model myself, but I admire your sense of self-expression. Since you're here, darling, would you mind running a little itty-bitty errand for me? It's nothing really, just the tiniest little chore, but I'm far too busy to do it myself. Please, darling, be a dear and fetch me the Japanese snack, Alfort. You see, I'm a bit peckish. Walking on runway, awfully hungry work it is. Do you have the snack I asked for, darling? I'm sorry, this is just too perfect. Why break it by just not adding my voice and reading what he's saying? What more can I add? Time to hit that runway. These chocolate cookies were named after one sink of a fancy ship. The sort of elegant vessel that could sweep you into a dramatic adventure. The ship that's on the cookie is meant to convey that same feeling, darling. Why, just think of setting sail for a far-off continent aboard the muddy Alfort and feeling the salty sea air as you seek out new snacks and new surprises. If I was to go on such a grand journey, I'd wear a marvelous pirate outfit. When I made my mind up what I want, darling, nothing else will ever do. I'm so glad you understand about me, darling. And now I think you guys deserve the speed up. Well, that was a wasted speed up montage. Oh well, onwards with adventure. Right, I always forget how time consuming the candy faction side quests are. We've just started this level. Alright. You know, I couldn't save your friend, but at least I can save you. Don't be like that. Your little game of hide and go seek has gone too far, man. I've seen way too many tots take their lives over it. And I refuse to let you be another victim in this case. Okay, I got this random suspicion that the ice cubes hurt me. Which they don't, because right as I finished saying that, I had another suspicion. And that's, I would need to be on this ice cube in order to do a zip lash. But you know, I probably have a good enough zip lash that I don't even need to do that. Let me get rid of you. And I might as well get rid of you. And let me see if I can do a time this right to get it from here. Perfect. Yeah, it wasn't a big coin, but I found it worth it. Of course you respawn. And you. And I wasn't worried about you respawning because you never died in the first place. Perfect. Wait, how many? Oh, right. They respawn, and you can reuse them. For a teensy little millisecond, I thought I completely screwed myself out completely. Okay, I think I can see it possible to jump onto one of those icicles and ride that to a safer ground at the very least. But the way I did it is much easier, so why waste all that effort? What's it with me figuring out so many things after the fact? Okay, this. Maybe I can make that jump. But you know how it would be easier? If I could ride one of those ice cubes up to it. Now, it would be a little easier to make this jump if it wasn't for the ice physics. There has to be an easier way. It's not like this game to make platforming such a challenge. Like, usually with this game, there's an obvious solution and you don't have to think out of the box this much. So it really just makes me wonder if I'm even doing it the right way. Let's me whip out my whiplash and ziplash, I mean, and see. You know, if it's what I think it is, I should be able to just do it from here. That's right. Apparently those ice cubes were an obstacle, not a means to get there, which is disappointing. I would have loved to do platforming like that. Ah, shoot, I got so caught up I forgot to shout, grab the coins! The tradition's been broken! I would say that hell's frozen over, but this isn't exactly the most appropriate level to say that in. Besides the fact we were on a volcano, so something fearful of fire has frozen over, that's for sure. But nevertheless, it is time to get our handy dandy piece of consumerism. My goodness, sir, you found a snack. It's Cool March. Okay, it wasn't called Cool March, but I actually had this snack before. It was a candy with koalas and it had chocolate inside of it. It kind of tasted more like a cookie than an actual piece of candy. But hey, that's what the Japanese consider sweets. Not to say that cookies aren't sweet, but there's a little bit of a significant definition of a snack and a cookie. Is this game really expecting me to make that? Well, I mean, I do have a long enough ziplash to make it. Just something about this tells me it's not going to go as planned. I'm kind of questioning if I even should be going this way. But hey, I got a rather fine checkpoint, so this has to be right. That was a lot easier than expected. Onwards with adventure. Ugh. Would it be safe to call this an ice factory? Or an ice mill? Well, that was some delayed crush action you got going on there. I was gonna say I didn't see the harm that these guys did. Hopefully these next couple episodes don't have as horrible audio as I think they do. Because I have been having way more difficulty than I would like out of this. Oh, yes, I knew it! I knew my DK Country Returns instincts wouldn't fail me for once. Or at least the fact that they would eventually not fail me. Oh, thank goodness for the power of cutscene, because I don't... Yeah, I was gonna say, because with the physics of this ice, there'd be no way that I could actually get back to where I was, or make that jump before the ice fell. But it turns out that I can make that jump, even with the power of cutscene. Well, woohoo! Thank goodness for the whiplash actually working the way I want to for once. And hooray for learning from mistakes in general. Well, I thought I had that. I thought I was gonna slide right through it, but you know, it's actually just more convenient to tank the hit. No, 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 I know that gives me a coin, so I'm not gonna miss it again, even if I have to take some little bit of damage. It's worth it. Alright. The very first chance I get, I want to be able to do this. Because we all know that I need every ounce of practice, every little inch I can get. Because that's how bad I was doing at all of this. Okay, now you got me curious. Is there something good up here? There is, but it's just money. But you know, I'll take it. I already got the candy. I already got all the big coins. The little chibi tots, I'm sure they'll be able to fend themselves. Alright, this, I mean, there's a little bit of ice, but this seems easy enough. Oh, really? Oh, come on, I had that, and... Well, I'm gonna have to sell for silver, which I'm not gonna get because I spent all that time trying to get the gold. Ugh. I don't even see how I'm supposed to get the bronze. Really. I don't even see how... But there we go, I got the bronze at least, but... For something I had to get in order to progress out of the level, that was more difficult than it should have been. One way or another though, 6-5 is done. I didn't use any items, that's great. Unfortunately I did take damage and I did have to use a checkpoint because I fell for several stupid reasons. But I think we're good. We can finally wrap up this episode once I get the chance to spin the wheel. These closing parts of the video are never gonna feel natural because I never take the time to spin the wheel in the count. It's like, it's time to end the episode. I've been Jackie K, and oh wait, we still have to spin the destination wheel. Well, I mean, this is the last level. This was it's the second last level, and this is the last world. I did double check that. So we should be done with this soon. And as fun as this game has been, I'll be relieved when it's over because this hasn't been my best project. It's been fun at times. The game itself is fun to play. Recording has sometimes added to that fun, sometimes taken away, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. But I'm looking forward to going into my major projects. Finally stop having excuses of why the quality sucks. Actually put the time and effort into making a project the best I possibly can. Yeah, I know, take breaks after long gaming sessions. Let me finish this tangent up. I know I said it several times, and I know it's kind of hard to believe me with how many times I take breaks in the middle of things, but I got a system in play that I'm really hoping to take use when I finish up all the main projects I have on the channel. K-Cast will actually make sense, and I won't start uploading a playthrough until I know I can have enough episodes to upload it consistently. And I got some ideas in play that'll allow my commentaries to be more involved with others, and ultimately make them more fun for me, which should therefore make it more fun for you guys. I think we can stick for the rest of this. It's been interesting. It's definitely something worth keeping, if only for how memorable and unique it has been. So, from what I can tell, next time on Chibi Robo Zip Lash, we take on the last level, Harmony of Frost and Fire. Then we take on the boss in the following video. Maybe there's a final boss, a final level to wrap everything up. But we're really close to the end of this game. And I thank you all for sticking through it. Take care. Okay?